flat in the blanket. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways. Cop a roof all day. Look at me, baby. Look at me, baby. Don't I look like a million? I'm about to clean out the safe. Don't I look like somebody that just be bodying everything? All that talking is great, but I don't be talking. I air it out. All the problems have gotten easy to bury. I'd rather kiss on my. I've been broke way longer than I've been rich, so until it levels out, I'ma take mama to the Marriott. Took me so long to get it, gonna spread it out. Let them know all about me when I'm dead and gone. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'ma need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the Dumbos, plenty slides like a shuffle.
And we're about 5 miles northwest of downtown Tampa at beautiful Raymond James Stadium near Florida's Gulf Coast. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington Redskins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This one taken from the 7th. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
Hurry up, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Next, the receivers help spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it to Hearns. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
Now a handoff looking right. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
He'll drop to throw. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
Gone!
He'll look to throw. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. In for the score. And the Bucs have taken a first quarter lead. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you got game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Well, you gave up the first touchdown of the game, but how about the response? Big-time return. Now it's their chance to try and put points on the board.
First carry for Darius Geis. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. And down he goes. A Buccaneer sack.
So what's the word I'm looking for here about how this drive just started?
Disjointed?
I'll go with that one. I mean, think about it. First down, took a bad loss on a running play. Take the sack on 2nd down. Now they got to come up with something big here on 3rd.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone, gone. Gone, gone.
Looking to throw. McDaniel looking long for his tight end read. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
He's going to field this at the 4. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. It's caught. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. The tackle there by Fabian Moreau.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. They'll roll him out right. And his pass incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
The Bucs on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
Detroit!
Throwing on 1st down. McDaniel. And he drops this off to Thompson, complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Lucky 56.
Geis receives the pitch. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They'll face a 3rd down conversion attempt here, 3rd and 3.
Detroit! Detroit!
Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
On 1st and 10, McDaniel. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll try and get it with Geis. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Off the corner. Where'd he come from? Well, I guess he came off the corner, but really nice play.
I like when you're able to pose a question and answer it at the same time. That's exactly where he came from, but it's not something that you normally see. Most of the time, we're thinking about those guys covering pass catchers. In this case, he was a big factor in the run game. No gain.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers?
Right,
find those guys and get in that direction.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or 2 in and bats it away.
The Bucks on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now back to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Second and 9 now from the 21.
Gone!
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 4, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
From the gun on 3rd down, McDaniel. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, McDaniel. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. A little too aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Watch it now, Barney! Barney! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They go play action here on 1st down. On the catch, it's Crowder. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd down.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. The ball's still a few inches shy of the marker after the 3-yard run, so now a little soul-searching on 4th down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. McDaniel. Jordan Reed has it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. On the ground, Geis. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. They run with Geis. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
The return comes from Orleans Darkwa. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Gun!
From the gun on third down, McDaniel firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Detroit! 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 Gun! 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 Gun!
And with the play clock at 5, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Off-play action. McDaniel airing one out for Crowder. And that's caught at the 25. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. So because of the yards after the catch, they'll wisely decline the PI.
Yeah, since it was pass interference, they would have gotten the yardage at the spot of the foul. But as you correctly noted, a little bit of run after catch for them. That extra yardage made it easy to decline the penalty.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Following the penalty, it's Geis. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Hurry up, here we go!
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A field goal would get them the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down, McDaniel. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they jump back in front here. It's 9-7. All 9 points for him coming via the field goal, and this last one puts him out in front.
All the field goals are great, but you know I'm going to get pessimistic here, right? Because You've got to score touchdowns to win games in the NFL. I just wonder if all these field goals, great now, I wonder if they'll come back and haunt them later on.
Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
Now let's go. Blue line it. Blue line it.
Now a handoff working right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Bucs are able to strike for 6. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead is up to 5. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that'll help him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. McDaniel. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Throwing on 1st down. McDaniel. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes.
I know there would be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, McDaniel. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Redskins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. So out comes the field goal team once more. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. It can be a thankless job sometimes to be a kicker, but they're thanking him right now. That's now 4 field goals. He's kept him in the game.
He sure has, and that offense has got to find its rhythm because I'm not sure that just kicking field goals is going to allow them to win this game.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now let's go.
And they'll run it here. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Back now in Tampa. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run past midfield. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown at his NFL debut. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Redskins now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Buying time to his left. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the gun, McDaniel. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by M.J. Stewart. And the return will stop right around the 25. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
And they'll go on the ground. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Escapes the sack. Being chased out left. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
They'll look to throw here. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Off-play action. McDaniel. This one caught by Crowder. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 1st and 10, McDaniel. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
From the gun on 3rd down, McDaniel. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing after the interception. McDaniel. He'll go over the middle to Reed. Complete. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. First down now, but that clock rolling.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? It sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And a diving grab. I think he got that, yes. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Looking to throw on second down. McDaniel. The quick slant caught. They only get 5 out of that quick slant, but that's good enough for a first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
They come out here in the eye. Geis, they'll try to run it. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal. He's going to get it running right. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's third and goal. On the handoff, it's Geis. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
Detroit!
5 seconds, 4 seconds. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Looking to throw. McDaniel. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you